Thank you very much for joining me on this Saturday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. We are going to dive into the Caribbean. Of course, a few areas of flooding, other spots looking good. So I pass along not only the bad news, I like to pass along some of the good news. And then watching this area here in the Atlantic, not for Bermuda, north of the Caribbean, that does look like it could become either a subtropical system or even a tropical system, just depending on kind of how it ties in with the jet stream. So let me get you to that first, because this is rare for this time of year. Here are the Azores. We've got a Europe here. Here's Africa. This here is not it. That's not what I'm watching. It's this area here. Remember the last couple weeks I've been talking about the tail end of fronts that come off the United States, come out of the Bahamas and Bermuda. Sometimes on the tail end of these, something could spin up. It's rare, but even this time of year, and we're outside of the hurricane season, and then it's going to work its way toward the Azores. Does it become tropical? I still don't know. I like to tell you what I know and what I don't know. I'm not positive, but it does look like it is going to spin up, and there is a window for it to become a little more tropical in nature. So maybe a subtropical storm or a tropical storm as we get into next week. This is by Tuesday, late Tuesday. It's going to start to develop. Here are the Azores. Now, as it heads toward the Azores, it could become a hurricane. That is a potential, a rare December hurricane, but either way, a big wind maker. It just kind of depends on how it does develop. Some of the water temps are conducive for some tropical development here. This would be by Thursday. By Thursday, we'll definitely know. I'll definitely know where it's headed and kind of what form it'll be taking. So I'll get you prepared over toward the Azores. Thank you to all the new subscribers in the Azores. This model now, this is the American model, showing it kind of, look how it's kind of sprawly at this point. By Saturday, that's telling me it might be more subtropical in nature, kind of a huge wind maker here, a broader system, may not become a hurricane, but have hurricane force winds. That's going to be an issue, of course, as it moves through the Azores, and then eventually a big wind maker as we get into early next week, watching anywhere from France south through Portugal and Spain, as this could be a big wind maker as it eventually heads toward Western Europe. So a lot to cover there. Now, if it does officially get a name, the next name on the list is Owen. Now, we're out of the hurricane season, but we still use the 2022 list until the end of the year, just in case there's a rare storm. January 1st, as we get into the new year, that's when we get into the new list. Now, as promised, getting you back to the Caribbean, watching some of the showers and storms around Guatemala and Belize. Curacao, we had some big downpours yesterday. We had scattered storms in Jamaica as expected, so keeping an eye on the ABC Islands. Little activity nearby and very active anywhere really from Barbados south now. Even St. Lucia, we could see a few showers and storms. But Guyana, Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago watching the rain. And because we had the historic flooding recently in Trinidad and Tobago, that is a concern. While we don't have blobs of rain on top of us, we have a higher chance of rain the next couple days. So I want to break down that forecast specifically. So here's the model as we take you through the Caribbean, watching the Bahamas as well, Haiti, Dominican Republic. This is today, and you see the flare-up of scattered rain and storms. More widespread, Guyana and Suriname. Thank you to the new subscribers in Guyana and Suriname, quite a bit. Now, the ABC Islands, once again, watching Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire for that chance of scattered showers and storms today. And because we have an old front nearby, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, and again through the Bahamas, scattered showers and storms, even Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Croix, St. Martin. We could see some of the showers and storms. And then you get over here, Honduras, it's going to be picking up. I showed you that little batch that's already been rolling through southern Belize into Guatemala. Things will be picking up as the day goes on. Then flipping over into tomorrow to get you into the forecast. Pretty much the same thing tomorrow. You can see the rain and storms, Belize and Honduras, Nicaragua. So generally the same pattern as we get into tomorrow. And that also means more scattered showers and storms to widespread rain, parts of Guyana and Suriname. Elsewhere, spotty in nature, Cuba, back through Puerto Rico as we take you into your Sunday forecast. So you kind of get a feel of what we're seeing. Now, we do get some changes as we get into early next week, hopefully a little drier. It should be a bit drier over toward Trinidad and Tobago. Still scattered rain and storms. Guyana and Suriname could see a spotty shower storm in St. Lucia, but Colombia through Panama, Costa Rica, you see some of that moisture feeding in. Even as you get over toward Cancun and Mexico, scattered showers and storms down through Belize. And as I mentioned, the old fronts, so spotty showers and storms picking up some as we get toward Montserrat, back through Haiti into the Turks and Caicos as we get into the upcoming upcoming week. Now, let me get into some forecasts, and then we'll look ahead at what's next overall. This is Jamaica. Today and tomorrow, about a 30% chance of isolated showers and storms. So some spots you could get one and get dumped on. Other spots, not a whole lot. 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Some spots still very hot, especially if you're a little drier. You'll be hotter as we swing back toward Trinidad and Tobago. Because the rain chance is a little higher the next few days, temperatures are down some. Not that it makes it kind of feel cool, a little bit taking the edge off the heat, but 27 degrees Celsius, 81 Fahrenheit today and tomorrow. That 50% chance of rain. Watching those river levels, the rain chance will go down some as we get into early next week, just what I was showing you on that computer model. So I got you covered all across the Caribbean and elsewhere, clearly tracking where the storms go. So watching the Atlantic, if you're new to this channel in the Azores, got you covered. Europe, we have a lot of subscribers. Thank you. Azores on standby. In about a day or two, I'll have a better feel of what's going on to see if we need to make some of those preparations for a big wind maker that is going to be heading our way in the Azores. Southeastern Caribbean, like I was just showing you, over toward Trinidad and Tobago, a higher chance of the flooding. Not as much in the northeastern Caribbean, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Dominica. Most of the action will be just to the south. Western Caribbean, though, active, as I showed you some of the rain already popping up in parts of Belize. So I'll keep you updated on that next system, keep you updated on the flooding spots throughout the Caribbean. I got you covered. I am here for you. Thank you for being part of this weather community. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for adding to those comments. I hope you have a good day ahead.